Yo, what's up, guys? I'm about to call a guy named John, and we're gonna pretty much break down the conversation, give him advice on how to get his first deal.
Hello.
Hey, John, this is Andy. How's it? What's up?
Hey.
What's up, dude? I'm on a drive right now, so that's why I figured, might as well call you.
Okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I actually saw you from I think it was at least 6 to 9 months ago. I found you from Jamil, and I just love your rides. I haven't seen you in a while, but I just you just popped up on my YouTube, and I'm like, oh wow, you're just killing it. So salute to you, man.
Well, thank you, dude. Are you a user?
I'm not in the Astro Blasting or any of the groups or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not in any membership or any group like that. I just was watching all the YouTube videos from last year.
Yeah. Well, let's get tactical, dude. Because I want to make sure that you leave this call with value. So, kind of talk about your journey, dude. Where you at? What strategy you're focusing on, and give me a little bit more of an idea.
Yeah. So I've been wholesaling on my own since 2021. I've done about maybe 2 or 3 deals a year, very sporadic, very minimal, one deal every 6 months or something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at now. My last deal was in September. Before that, it was May. So yeah, I mean, my whole thing, honestly, for me, I just want consistency. I want at least 1 or 2 deals.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Direct to seller?
Oh yeah. Direct to seller for the most part. My last 2 deals were with agents though, so I love that. Actually, I wish I could just do that because I lost a lot of money, with direct to seller. But my last 2 deals were MLS with agents.
Yeah. That's where most people get wrong, man, is that they go direct. I'm not saying direct to seller doesn't work, because it obviously does. Just it doesn't work. It doesn't work as well for someone who has not a lot of money to fuck around with.
Right.
Because it definitely works. You definitely need money for it though. It's not that's not something that you can avoid with direct to seller, unless you're doing the only way you can do direct to seller with a low budget. Okay, because I've done this before, and I've researched all the ways to do this, is to do high niche lists. So you're going to from the get-go, you're going to the county to get your data, not softwares like Batch Leads, PropStream, none of that. You go on direct to county, and a lot of times when you're going to the county, you have to clean the data because it doesn't come it comes all fucked up. Sometimes it comes in a CD, and it's you have to convert that CD into a PDF, and that PDF, and then you gotta it's all fucked up. And then from there, and then you have to do this. You have to maybe let's say you got a probate list, which is also very hard to find in the county records. Right. And then you stack it with another list, let's say high equity, and then another list, let's say absentee owners, and then from there you would have. Because there's a high likelihood that there's matches. So let's say John existed on probate, and then John also showed up on high equity, and then John also showed up as an absentee owner for the same house. So pretty much what I'm sure maybe you know the strategy already, but it's a software called REA Sift. What they do is they do list stacking just like this, and you're able to target. You might have already done this already. I would say it's just the most time consuming, man. It's just if you have a lot of time on your hands and you got a little bit of money to blow, go knock yourself out with that. But I would say that honestly, I would say I'm biased because I'm the co-owner of Astro Blaster, but I mean, as mostly anyone, I'm very guarded of my name, and I'm very guarded of my reputation, and I only stand by something I actually would be yeah, if you do this you will get the result. If you don't get it, then you're just stupid. It's if you know one guy on YouTube Shorts that gives away gold in New York. You seen that guy?
No, I haven't.
No, but I can explain you the video. It's this guy who has a pound of gold, ounces of gold, and he gives them out for free. He's like, you want a pot of gold? or you want a stick of gold, and then people say no, and he doesn't care because he knows the value of the gold. Even if they reject him, it doesn't matter because they lost out. So that's kind of what I feel is like, you know, I have gold, and if you don't want it, then it's like, okay, it's really stupid, but okay, no problem. I'll just move on to the next person. It's like, it's a waste of my time to try to sell you. But this call is not to sell you. This call is to help get you tactical, and help, you know, strategize with you. So that being said, you've done direct to agent deals. I've probably done direct to seller deals, but probably the marketing costs leveled out to the fees.
It's hard to tell, but most likely, yeah. I mean, well, not to the fees, but you know, it's a lot of money. It's hundreds of dollars for list and marketing and cold calling, and that's what I'm doing now. Actually, I have a cold caller. Yeah. I'm doing, you know, you already know the grind, you know, and that's why. Dude,
the thing is, dude, I get to Astro Blaster again because I'm so passionate about it. The thing about Astro Blaster was started by a wholesaler, which was me, that was in your shoes. Like I was broke, I was in school, I had not a lot of time, and then I had to do deals because I don't want to go to college, didn't want to do that shit. I don't think you want, I mean, you already passed that point, but like I didn't want to go to college, I didn't have money for college, and I was like, I want this entrepreneurship shit. So that's why I went with agent outreach. I think that's what you should be doing is agent outreach. And I'm guessing you already know the benefits behind agent outreach itself, the idea of it.
Yes, I love working with agents. You know, some of them are, you know, whatever, but I love working with agents. I have no problem, like, email. I can email like 1,000 agents, like, in one day.
Oh, you do email marketing with agents?
Oh, yeah. That's how I got those 2 deals. You know, I have no problem. Like, I used to be an agent, only for a short time, but I understand, like, how to talk to agents. I understand, like, the process and everything. I have no problem. Yeah. Working with agents, you know.
Wow, I've never heard anyone been able to source via email. It's always been via call or text. Yeah. Email has just been, I think I've tried it. It's just hard to really scale it because you got to send a lot of emails to get responses. But I would say you know, don't break what is already working. Have you been tracking your KPIs?
Not with emailing agents because I've been on and off. Like I would do agent outreach and then I would go to direct to seller. You know.
Well, I think that's the core problem right there. We first solve is like, let's define the strategy, which I'm very leaning towards what you're doing right now. Because whatever you're doing obviously works, and a lot of wholesalers or just entrepreneurs in general will self-sabotage themselves by like, you know, I made some money here, but let me go somewhere else.
Right, exactly.
It's like,
yep, that's been my situation.
It's like, man, this is a terrible analogy, but like you got a wife, you know, she's great and all, and then you go out to the fucking a bar, or the fucking club, and then you see something else, and you're like, you know, that's shiny. But then you know, in the back of your mind, you got a beautiful wife at home that's great and amazing, and then you have this shiny thing over here that's trying to get your attention, and then you fuck up by going there. So that's why I'm trying to get you back on track with is making sure that you stick with one strategy and for a long period of time.
So just to make sure, I mean, because, you know, like I said, I just found you again. I mean, I you know, because I saw Astro flipping before, but what is Astro Blaster? Like, you know, this is all new to me. Like, what exactly is that you start?
So Astro Blaster was a system I created while I was in school to do agent outreach pretty much on autopilot. As you know, the industry average for an agent to actually produce a lead is 8 to 13 touches. You have to follow up with them 8 to 13 times before they actually even produce a deal. Like saying like, hey, I have a seller coming up, or seller wanting to sell their home. So it takes about 8 to 13 follow-ups, and that could be a span of 3 to 4, maybe even 6, 8 months. So in order to be, you know, filled with deals in your pipeline, you would need hundreds of agents. And if you can imagine, as someone who's in high school, to manage hundreds of realtors, manually following up with them was impossible. I mean, it was literally not possible. Just for example, if John, I had to follow up with you, you know, I had a conversation with you and explained my buying criteria and all that, and it was like, hey, can I touch base back in a week or so? I do it, and then that day comes, I pull you up in my CRM. That's if you even have one. And then you go and I go text John, you know, hey, do you have anything coming up? And I had to do that for like 50, at least 50 times a day. Because you have to keep the faucet running in your business. You have to keep following up. If you don't,
Right.
no money will be coming in. So pretty much what Astral Blaster's unique selling point is that's all automated. Even when they respond, it's automated. So if they say they don't have anything right now, the system will respond to them saying, okay, got it, all good. Let me know if you have anything coming up. And it will follow up with them again, and it won't do 7 days again, it will do 10 days now. And it will be different every now and then, and it would fall really indefinitely until they retire or until they're 6 feet under. It's
I love that. You know, it's crazy. My whole, like, it's something I implemented as well. It's something I've been working on. It's been a system for me too. Like in the past 6 months, I've created my own little like system to where that's how I can get, you know, a few agents every day to respond with some properties, some pocket listings, etc.
Yeah.
I actually got pretty good at that. My whole thing is with the whole agent outreach and just just that way of wholesaling. Like my whole thing is since I've found it like 6 to 9 months ago, the only thing I'm missing right now is finding buyers. Like buyers who don't care if the property is listed.
That's pretty well. If you want to do quick some pen and notepad, here's how you do it for free, and you can find someone within the next hour. You ready?
Yes.
Zillow.com. Next thing, search active listings. Next thing, look and identify first professional photos. One, because Zillow allows you to like look from a high level. Professional photos, white base, and then black trim homes, because all of those homes are likely flips. And they're active, meaning that investor hasn't sold it yet. They're probably still looking for another deal after it. You can also look at pendings, also solds too, but actives are pretty good because that means they're actually active in the market as well. And then you go search that up and you confirm, you know, it's professional photos and it looks like it's not an owner occupied home and whatever. You go search that address, look it on PropWire. PropWire is free, and it gives you the owner name, which is important because if that owner name has an LLC, it's a 99% chance that they're an investor, right?
Right.
So, and then you go search that LLC on Google, and then you get the registered agent or owner, and then you go True People search, and then boom. Now, the thing that you're asking for is how do I get buyers that will buy listed properties? Well, you have to ask them very specifically, and you have to set the right expectations up front. You build initial rapport, right? And then you're like, hey, you know, if I find something on MLS, which sometimes I'll do, I'll always lock them up. You know, so you have to present in such a way like, you know, I'll get on market stuff all the time from my agent relationships. Would you be against the idea of taking a look at one, even if the numbers make sense? And then 90% of the time, they'll be like, you know, that's fine, send it through.
Right.
As long as the numbers make sense, really, at the end of the day.
Exactly. Right.
You just have to set those expectations up front.
Right.
Like, hey, would you be opposed? Would you be against the idea of like, if I sent you an MLS deal that I locked up, that the numbers made sense on, you know, would you take a look at it? And
so let me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so let me ask you real quick. So, like, your past, just as an example, your past like 2-3 deals, how were they? Like, you know, say it was from agents, and how did you find a buyer from there? Like, how did you do it from there?
It was previous buyer relationships. I would say, yeah, previous buyer relationships. I wouldn't say, you know, because that strategy would be what I did first to find them. But a lot of them were also hedge funds. Like, I did one deal in Tampa for like 40 grand with a private hedge fund and wouldn't have worked for a flipper. And that was pretty insane because no one would have sold that deal.
Wow. So, okay. So what do you think my next step should be in terms of everything I just said. And my only thing is missing is a buyer, but I would love to work with you. And also like my goal is to get a deal within like the next 30 days closed if possible.
Well, you need to make sure that it sounds like you already have a system in place. So that's great. So you just need to add as many relationships as possible with agents. You call them agent partners in the next 30 days. Next 30 days, add at least 50 agents to your follow-up. Pretty much vetting them out, calling them, being like, hey, I'm John. Nice to meet you. I'm looking for some ugly homes here. Anything that gives you nightmares at night. Do you have anything right now? If they say no, cool. Is it okay if I touch base with you every now and then? Yes. Put them in follow-up, next one. And then you're going 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. And I promise you in 90 days, you'll get leads every day. Then you'll have a conversion problem. You won't have a lead flow problem. You have a conversion problem.
Yeah. That's pretty much, that's where I can see it going. I just don't want to get to the point where I have, agents sending, because I can have that, right? I can have that, I can start that right now and have, some stuff by tomorrow. But if I don't have a strong buyer or a buyer's list, then
I would say always keep the faucet running, right? I mean, leads are going to be the lifeline of your business. You have buyers, but if you don't have leads, don't matter. Buyers are easy to find, dude. I mean, I would say, if you have a subject property that you can't sell, I would go look in the area of sold or active that are flips that are like, that subject property and be like, hey, I saw that you flipped this home. It looks amazing. Are you looking for anything else in this area? They say yes. You're like, hey, I have this deal coming up. Boom. If you don't already, just be like, hey, I may have something coming up in this market soon. Can I save you down? Blah, 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 blah. So buyers are easy to find, dude. Don't worry about buyers. If you have a good deal, then, I can even sell. It's not hard to find a buyer.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So you know what? You just gave me that confidence to go ahead and just stay with being outreach. I'm just gonna scratch everything else and just start fresh with just agents.
Yeah, dude. I think that's the goal, dude. I'm headed to the gym. I'm about to leave to the gym right now, but I hope I, at least somewhat opened your perspective on something. But
oh, you did.
All it is just inputs, dude. Just focus on hitting those KPIs and they'll just come.
We'll do. And if anything, I would love to work with you. I would love to close deals with you as well. So, I would love to be open to another conversation whenever you're free. So
yeah, dude, this is my direct line, so you can text me here.
That's mine too. Excellent. All right, we'll do. All
right, thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Okay.
There you go. Real as fuck, this guy. Love giving, I'm super intense on calls, but it's real, it's shit. This business is easy, okay? You just got to hit the numbers, and there you go. Boom. So I'll see you guys later.